There's a voice that wants you to believe your weaknesses are the end of your story. Too broken, too far gone, not enough. But what if I told you those weaknesses are not your enemy? They're the doorway to your growth. Weakness is not the same as failure. Weakness is not your identity. It's a condition, a place you start from, a stage in a process. Growth, on the other hand, is what happens when you refuse to stay where you've been stuck. It's the outcome when weakness meets truth, discipline, and time. The difference between weakness and growth is not a matter of pretending you're strong. It's a matter of what you do while you're weak. James 1:2-4 says, "When troubles of any kind come your way, consider it an opportunity for great joy. For you know that when your faith is tested, your endurance has a chance to grow. So let it grow, for when your endurance is fully developed, you will be perfect and complete, needing nothing." Weakness exposes what's real. Growth responds to it. God doesn't ignore the weak places in your life. He uses them. The power that carries you forward often comes through the admission that you're not okay, and then choosing to move anyway. Paul called it out clearly. That's why I take pride in my weaknesses, because when I'm weak, then I'm strong. His weakness didn't disqualify him. It positioned him to rely on something greater than himself. The difference is perspective. If you view weakness as shame, you hide. If you view weakness as soil, you plant. Weakness is the raw material. Growth is what God builds with it. Maybe you've been afraid to admit where you struggle. Maybe you've covered it up with performance, busyness, or comparison. But hiding isn't healing. Healing starts when you name it, bring it to light, and let truth work on it. So how do you move from weakness into growth? Stop defining yourself by what breaks you. You are not your weakness. You are the one who is learning, becoming, changing. Weakness is temporary when it's met with intentional action. Embrace the process. Growth is not instant. It's not always dramatic. Sometimes it's a quiet shift, a decision to respond differently, to forgive instead of rage, to get up instead of giving up. Build endurance. Weakness wants you to give up early. Growth wants you to stay long enough for the transformation to take place. Every discipline, every small choice, every day you push through when it's uncomfortable, those are the investments turning weakness into strength. Learn from failure. Failure is not the opposite of growth. It's part of it. The person who refuses to fail is the person who refuses to try. But the one who grows is the one who examines the fall, adjusts the approach, and gets back up. Lean on God, not just on your effort. There's a difference between striving to cover weakness and surrendering it. When you try to mask the weakness with your own performance, you stay stuck. When you bring it honestly to God, you activate His grace in it. My grace is sufficient for you, for my power is made perfect in weakness. That's not a promise that you stay broken. It's a promise that while you're weak, something stronger is forming inside you if you don't quit. Surround yourself with sharpening voices. Iron sharpens iron. The right people help you see blind spots, call you higher, and celebrate the small steps while pushing you toward the big shift. Growth doesn't look the same in everyone. You don't have to compare your timeline to someone else's. Your weakness is unique. So is your journey out of it. The difference between weakness and growth also shows in the language you use. Weakness says, "I can't." Growth says, "I'm learning how." Weakness hides behind excuses. Growth asks, "What's next?" You can stay in the fall, replaying the same pain, wondering why you aren't moving. Or you can extract the lesson, recalibrate, and keep going. The world tries to make weakness a destination. God makes it a doorway. You don't have to pretend like nothing's wrong to move forward. You just have to refuse to be defined by what's wrong. That's where transformation lives, in the space between honestly seeing your weakness and choosing growth anyway. It's not denial, it's deliberate invitation. Lord, here is where I fall short. Now show me what to do next. Build something greater from this. When weakness becomes your teacher and growth becomes your testimony, people begin to see what God has been doing in you. They see resilience, not ruin. They see a life being remade. So today ask yourself, where have I labeled my weakness as final? Then choose to shift. I'm not staying here, I'm growing. Say it out loud. My weakness is not the end of me, it's the start of something strong. You'll stumble. You'll get tired. You'll question. But if you hold on, if you keep showing up, the person you become is not the one who gave up. It's the one who grew through it. Kindly subscribe for more videos like this.